Hello, everybody. What is up, and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Liz, and I'm going to talk about some true crime. So, today we're going to be talking about the Richardson family murders, and this is part of a Valentine's extravaganza. So, these murders were committed by Jasmine Richardson and her 23-year-old boyfriend, Jeremy Stank. So, Jasmine was 12 at the time, and she was dating a 23-year-old. So, the victims in this case are that of Mark Richardson, Deborah Richardson, and Tyler Jacob Richardson. And these are Jasmine's parents and her brother. So at 1 p.m. on April 23rd of 2006, the bodies of Mark and Deborah were found in the basement of their home. And the body of their son Tyler was found as well. But he was discovered upstairs. So parents are in the basement and brother upstairs. But the only person that was gone from the house was Jasmine, and Jasmine, obviously, she was 12. So for some time, they thought and feared for her, and they feared that she was also a victim. But she was later arrested the following day in the community of Leader. I'm going to say this word wrong. Saskatchewan, there we go, which is about 81 miles away from the house, and she was with her 23-year-old boyfriend, Jeremy Stank. Both were arrested and charged with the three murders. So that happened on the 23rd of April. Flash forward to May 3rd of 2006. Jeremy's friend, Casey Lancaster, he was 19. He was also charged, but he was only charged with being an accessory because she drove them away in her pickup truck later in that day and for disposing of evidence. So you might be wondering, why? Why would this 12-year-old girl and her 23-year-old boyfriend want to kill her parents? Well, the reason is because Jasmine's parents were punishing her because she was dating Jeremy. And it was because of the age difference. He's 23 and he's dating a 12-year-old. Dude's got some problems right there. And her friends also criticized their relationship. Now, shortly after her arrest, Jeremy asked her to marry him, and she agreed. And according to Jeremy's friends, he told them he was a 300-year-old vampire. He allegedly also said that he loves the taste of blood, and he wore a small vial of blood around his neck. And these two met on the website Vampire Freaks. Now, I am guilty. I used to have a Vampire Freaks account. I quite enjoyed that community, but not to the way that they did. So Jasmine had her own account. And mind you, you have to be 16 in order to have that account. I know people could fake their age, but still, that was the rule when I started my account. You had to be 16. And this is how they speculated that they met on Vampire Freaks. However, an acquaintance of Jeremy's elaborated that they actually met at a punk rock show in early 2006. So they met and then they started conversing on Nexopia, and which was like a popular website for younger Canadian residents. And a lot of the messages that they sent each other were available to the public before their accounts were removed by Nexopia. So Jasmine's username was Runaway Devil, and she falsely claimed that she was 15, and her user page literally, like, it says welcome to my tragic end. So just hours before the murders, Jeremy and some of his friends reportedly watched Natural Born Killers, which is a movie that came out in 1994. And this is about a young couple that's on a violent killing spree. Jeremy then told his friends that him and his girlfriend were about to do the same. Like they had plans in a similar manner, but without sparing her little brother's life. So either way, her brother was dead. So Jeremy also talked to an undercover officer as well, and he said, "You ever watch the movie Natural Born Killers? I think it's the best love story of all time." Dude, you're smoking crack. Like, that ain't a love story. Ain't a love story. So under the Youth Criminal Justice Act, Jasmine's name could no longer be published in Canada after she became a suspect in the murders. And it's also under the same act that 12 is the youngest age at which a person can be charged with a crime. And convicts under the age of 14 at the time that they committed the crime cannot be sentenced to adults. So when she was charged, she couldn't be charged as an adult. She had to be charged as a child. And they can't be given more than a 10-year sentence because they want them to be rehabilitated. So on July 9th of 2007, Jasmine, who had just turned 13 at the time, was found guilty on all 3 counts of first-degree murder. She is the youngest person, or believed to be the youngest person, ever convicted of multiple murder in Canada. Yeah. So, of course, she was sentenced to the max of 10 years in prison. Her sentence included a credit of 18 months that was already spent while she was in custody, to be followed by 4 years in a psychiatric institution, and 4.5 years under conditional supervision in her community. So, in 2011, Jasmine actually began attending classes at Mount Royal University in Calgary, and during her final years of her sentence, she was released because she completed her sentence. And she was released from a psychiatric hospital in the fall of 2011. In 2012, it was reported that her rehabilitation was going well. She expressed severe remorse for what she had done. And when people saw how genuine her reaction was, they felt for her. And they felt that it was genuine. So in May of 2016, her sentence was fully completed. She was freed from any other court-ordered conditions, free from restriction or supervision, and this was after her final sentence review on May 6th of 2016. So Jeremy admitted to the murders in a conversation with the undercover police officer while he was in custody. He was tried in November of 2008, and he was found guilty on 3 counts of first-degree murder. So he unfortunately was sentenced to 3 life sentences, 1 for each of the murders, and his sentences are to be served concurrently. He will be eligible for parole after serving 25 years. The friend that was arrested and charged with accessory, his murder charge was dropped. Oh, I keep trying to say his. Her murder charge was dropped, and she ended up pleading guilty to obstruction charge. She received 1 year of house arrest as part of her plea bargain and was ordered to refrain from drug and alcohol abuse. So that, my friends, is the Richardson family murders. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a great day.